Okay, let me. So I want to start with a small activity, uh, and for that activity, I would need one volunteer, one leader volunteer, or a leader, whatever. One volunteer I would need.
Okay, I can be.
Sorry, who was that?
That's me, Ranjini.
Ah, okay, right, okay. So yeah, for everybody, this is how the activity would be. Okay, there would be one leader, which is for this round, it is Ranjini. We will have multiple rounds, right? And everybody else will be a follower, right? So everybody else, you will have to, for this activity, switch off your video. So the leader can't really see you. Yep. So everybody else, just switch off your video just for this activity. You can switch it on later on, right? But we can all see the leader. Great. Okay. So I will give a leader a brief, and leader will do acting. And the follower's job is to try and follow the leader as accurately as possible. So you have to mimic the leader in all possible ways. Yeah. Obviously, the leader's job is to ensure that the followers are able to follow well.
Okay.
Right? Leader clear?
Yes.
Okay. And followers clear? Please respond in the chat window if you are clear. All the others are followers. Okay. Ranjini, for you, the situation is okay. The situation is that you are, it is your marriage day, and you are kind of getting all makeup and all that, and you're doing makeup, okay, and just about getting ready for the barat to arrive, and then the groom to arrive, and so on, and just then you get a news, maybe through a phone or something, that the groom has, or the prospective groom has run away with another girl.
Haha.
So
Okay.
that's your situation.
Okay.
Okay. So how you end it is up to you. Okay. I'm not defining the ending. I've just told you the broad situations. So you can go ahead, and as I told you, your job is that followers follow well, and followers, your job is to follow the leader, as in do exactly what the leader is doing. Okay.
Currently, I am very happy with the situation. If somebody runs away like that,
Okay, 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 okay.
that's
No
like very.
comments, no comments. You have to start. Your time starts now.
Oh my God! I'm so panicked. I don't know what to do. Can I have some support? What to do? How will the followers respond on the chat?
No, 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 no. You didn't get my job. Okay, okay. Let me again repeat. Okay, you have to do acting. The followers will not respond to you. The followers will copy you.
As in,
As in, they will also do whatever you are doing.
but
Okay.
I don't get to see them.
Right. You don't get to see them or hear them, but they will do hopefully exactly as you are doing. They will mimic you.
So
Okay.
I shouldn't be
For,
worried.
for, for example, if you slap yourself, they will also slap themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever you do, I don't know what you would do. That I have no idea. But
Okay.
whatever you will do, they are followers. So followers follow the leader.
Okay.
Okay. And the leaders, as I said, you will lead the acting.
Hmm.
So that is why your job is to ensure that followers are able to follow you well.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. If you need time to think, take few seconds, and whenever you are ready, you say start, and then you start.
How will I ensure the followers if I don't get to see them?
Well, that's what the activity is.
Okay, that's impossible. I can just act. I can't ensure that the followers are following.
Okay, okay. Don't talk. Start. Briefing is over. Yeah.
Okay, let me call somebody. Hello. I'm so tense. I'm done.
Okay. Let's have one more leader volunteer or volunteer leader. So we'll have 2, 3 rounds. Obviously, each round the situation will change. Who wants to be the leader?
Okay, I will try.
Okay. Okay. Deepthi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Deepthi is the new leader, and everybody else, you mute your mic as well as switch off your video. Right. Yeah, if you just joined and you're wondering what's happened, it's there on the screen. That's the activity we are doing. Just follow those instructions. Okay. So, okay, you will do with your child now, but the others won't have a child to do with. Okay, let's take that as a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see what brief I can do. Okay, so your brief is that you're feeding your child something, and the child takes it out of her mouth and puts it in your nose. That's what the child keeps doing, and now you have to resolve the situation however you want to. So that's the brief, right? You can start wherever, you can end wherever. Okay.
Okay.
So just say start before you start. Right? Remember, your job is to ensure that followers are able to follow you. And the followers, your job is to follow the leader as accurately as possible. And it's all an acting activity. So everybody is doing an acting. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I will start now. Stop.
Okay, fair enough. Let's have one more leader. I need one more volunteer who wants to be the leader. Yep, one more volunteer. Come on, somebody try. I just want to have few rounds to before we get into what is this all about. So one more volunteer who wants to be a leader.
I can, Praveen.
Yeah, okay. Okay, we will go with Praveen. Okay, so Praveen, let's give you the first situation once again. So you are a bride. Okay, you are doing your makeup and you are about to get married, and you are waiting for the barat or the groom side everybody to come. So you're doing your makeup and all that, and after doing, while you're doing your makeup, you get a call or you get a news from somebody that the groom has run away with another girl. Okay, so that's your situation. Yep, go ahead.
Done.
Okay. uh okay, shall we have one more person, somebody else, one more person, we'll take one more
Okay,
round.
this is Tejas.
Right, Tejas. um okay. Your brief is that uh, so your brief starts from that you are kind of taking a bath. So you, whatever you do to take bath, uh, you go inside the bathroom. You're kind of prepare yourself for the bath, and just when you are you put soap all over everything. So you say, okay, let me on the shower now. I have soap all over me. Just when you kind of put the shower on, there's no water. Okay.
Okay.
and
Yep.
there's no water in the house, there's nobody else in the house also to help you, and there's no water in the house, right? That's it. That's her situation. Okay, once again reminding that the leader's job is to ensure, so your objective is to ensure that followers are able to follow you, and what followers are supposed to do is to follow you, which means do exactly what you are doing, to mimic you.
Hmm.
Okay,
Fine.
so that's your objective. And yeah, can
Yeah.
we all switch off our videos just for the activity videos and audio, other than Tejas? Yeah, thank you. Right, after the activity you can switch on your video, no problem.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Already? Yeah. It's 9 o'clock. Bus abhi mujhe I have to go to bath. So let's go for bath. Uh, I'm just having bath now. Wow, ठंडे ठंडे पानी से नहाना चाहिए, but I don't know what to do. Okay. Um. hmm, okay. Let's start shower now. Oh my God, what's happening? Mom, Dad, anyone is there? There's no water in the shower. Can you help someone? My God, now what to do? Uh, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now people can switch on your video, uh, uh, right, if you want to. Okay, so we'll do two rounds of discussion. The first round of discussion is targeted uh, at the people who were leaders, right? So we had four leaders. So this question is targeted at the leaders. Others, let's just listen first, right? Um, right. So what you have to tell me is, how was it to be a leader?
It was pathetic.
Pardon?
It was pathetic
It was pathetic. And why was it pathetic?
because you could not see the followers and you didn't know whom to lead.
Okay. So it was in that sense difficult.
Yes.
Okay. It was difficult because you could not see the volunteers. Okay, see the followers, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. More thoughts? How was
Yeah,
it to be a
this is Tejas.
yeah.
Well, it was nice to be chosen as a leader, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it comes some responsibility with me that how can I lead or how can I, take some measures that uh, ensure that the other person is following.
Right. So you
So
were
if I'm blind, if
mm-hmm.
I just put in my situation somewhere that if I'm blind, I cannot see something. What should I do? I done that.
Okay.
I
So
made
so
sure that
so so you felt the responsibility.
yeah, I felt the responsibility because
Okay.
there was
Sure.
responsibility was there. That's
Sure.
it.
Okay. More thoughts?
For me, the focus was more on like whatever I was acting, but I was more, what was bothering me was how do I make them, how do I reach up to the followers? And you said that, they have to lead you and all that. Those attributes were running in my mind
Okay.
because you asked me to ensure that they follow. So I was just
Yeah.
going, yeah, I was just thinking about it.
Okay. More thoughts, feelings, yeah, whatever. As
Uh,
leaders.
Deepti here, Ratnesh.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt it was a fun.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason is because I was not able to see the followers.
Mm-hmm.
I will just trust them that they are going to do what I am going to do. And even
Yeah.
if
But why was it fun? What was the fun part?
because I was enjoying what I was doing, and
Mm-hmm.
I left it to the followers whether they want to follow me or not. So in any case, they are following me. One way
Okay.
by not doing it, another way is by doing it. So
Okay.
so I just left it to them.
Sure.
That way I could concentrate on my activity.
Sure.
This is Tejas. I was little bit feeling little pressure that everyone is looking at me. So whatever I'm doing
Okay. Sure.
it should help someone. Yeah, that's what I felt in
Okay.
that moment.
Yeah. What about Praveen? Some thought?
yeah, I was about to say, uh, like my thoughts were also similar to Deepti's. Like I was also following someone, and it was a fun. Whether the other being a leader, the others also following me, and something. Uh, this was my thought actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, any other thought leaders?
One thing I would like to say is that I was not having any way to ensure whether follower is following or not. It was just a blind trust.
Sure.
And I was this is Tejas. I was feeling the more I convey by talking, the more they will aware of the situation is happening. So that's what I felt.
Sure.
I had some more thought like, will it be difficult to follow or making easy for the followers? Like that thoughts also came to me while doing.
Right. So you were kind of in analyzing mode. That am I making it easy? Is it difficult? What is it going on? I think Ranjini was
Mm.
also mentioning the same thing. She was
Yeah,
bothered about
same
it.
thing.
Okay. So thinking about it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's take some thoughts from the followers. And interestingly, all four of you were also followers at one point or the other. Right. So, followers. Yeah. How was it to be a follower? We will obviously allow first people who haven't spoken. How was it to be a follower?
Uh, it was very easy to follow without giving it a thought.
Okay.
This is Tejas. I was not like to follow the thing which was happening over there when I was following.
Okay. More thoughts now? Anybody can share.
No
Oh,
need, Dinkle here.
Sorry.
No need to think. We have to just follow.
Okay. No need to think, says Wrinkle. Okay. Okay.
Ratnesh, Deepti here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so although I was following, I was not having any idea whether I'm following it correctly.
Hmm.
There was no feedback, and nobody was there to correct me or not correct me, anything like that.
Okay.
This is Tejas.
Mm-hmm.
At one point of time, I want to ask the leader why he is doing these things,
Mm-hmm.
but I was not able to communicate.
Okay.
Sometime I was not following the followers
Uh,
because I was don't want to follow.
Yeah, same with me.
okay. Okay. Shilpa is saying she also started getting tense. Okay. Okay.
One more thing, Ratnesh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was following, I had to do two things at the simultaneous. I had to keep an eye on the next step, and I had to perform what they have already performed. So there was no gap to give, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Had to
Focus
focus
on
on
two things.
doing as well as uh, seeing, right?
Yes, yes.
So two things. Yeah. And they were not giving you enough time between the doing and the seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Uh, any more thoughts?
Bhavna here.
Yeah,
So
Bhavna.
I just saw Tejas's act. I guess I joined in late and I was confused on what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I felt Darpan this side. I felt that I completely, I mean, disconnected and disinterested in following because I did not feel I had any, there was no skill in the game.
I'm not able to really follow. Can you say that again? Somehow your audio is not very clear, at least for me. Can you repeat, Darpan?
Yeah, I can repeat, Ratnesh. I was
Yeah, now
saying
it's
that
better.
yeah, I was feeling I mean I was feeling disinterested and disconnected as I did not really have any context and no skin in the game as far as following the leaders who were giving instructions.
Feeling disinterested and disconnected. And what did you say? And no, uh,
E- yeah, and I felt there was no skin in the game for me as a
no
participant.
skill,
Skin,
no skin
skin,
in the
skin in
game.
the game.
Okay, yeah, yeah, no skin in the game. Okay, okay, okay. Let's okay. So let's look at these two. Obviously it's just a small, tiny little activity, and the idea was to put the perspective of when we are as a follower, how is it, and when we are as a leader, how it is. So looking at these are your thoughts as leader and as follower. Uh, what do you think? Where you think you would want the child to be? And right now, let's not get into too many complex situations. Let's say vis-a-vis with you, let's say you and your child are together, or you or children are together, not necessarily your child, but any child or any group of children, where what kind of relationship would you want? Would you want them to be followers? Would you want them to be leaders, or and then you follower, or you want them to be you to be leader and them to be follower? How do you want the equation to be, and where you think it will benefit, let's say, children more, since we are all interested in children?
Yeah, Ratnesh. Sometimes I feel that if my child would be the leader and I be the follower, so it would be very interesting to live like a child, because by looking at him, I learn a lot. So him to be a leader and I to be a follower would be a better option for me.
Hmm. Okay. Another thing that you can do, just to kind of add more meat to your thoughts, is to think, hey, when I'm with the child, uh, right now, at least let's think about when we are with the child, in a day or in a week, what is the percentage? How much I am the leader? How much child is the leader? Is it like 50-50? Is it like 70-30? Is it like 90-10? When am I the leader and when is the child leader? Or you can say, when am I the leader and the child is the follower?
Actually, most probably, it doesn't always be the situation like someone be the leader and follower. But I can say that whenever I scold him or maybe I shout, so he resembles me. That time
No, 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 no.
he is the
Wait, wait,
follower.
wait, wait, wait. Don't get into one situation or one kind of situation. Think overall. You
Okay.
think overall, in a day, in a week, you have lots of interactions, right? Lots of
Okay.
small, small, small. So you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to respond to me. Yeah, you can type it in the chat window. The whole idea is to think. I'm just giving it a context. Okay. um, how much I am leading, how much the child is leading. Uh, Obviously, when nobody is leading or nobody is following, I'm discounting that, but there is a lot of interaction happening. Let's see. um, and see, where do you put yourself. It's and then you see what you want to do. Where does this leader follower thing stand? So on one side, what am I doing, and one side, what I would like to do, given this kind of division of roles. Okay, somebody's saying 50-50, somebody's saying 80% I am the leader, uh, somebody's saying 60-40.
Ratnesh, my thought is I would like to be a leader only 20% of the time.
Hmm.
When it seems like I have to take the things into my hands. Otherwise, it's okay to have the child to be the leader.
Okay, okay.
More than that, I think it's not about who is going to be the leader, but I think just observing the kid and taking the action when I feel it's required only.
Mhm. No, no, Pooja, don't complicate the equation by bringing in father and all. Between you two, yeah, let's leave it for that. When with another person, let's leave that, whether it's father or grandparent or anybody else. Okay, in any case, the numbers in itself are not important. The numbers are just to make you think about, look at your own thing, and then see, hey, where we think the child will benefit more. Will the child benefit more as a leader? Will the child benefit more as a follower? And I'm not saying it's 100-0-0-100 game. It has to be somewhere in between. And uh, yeah. So, what are your thoughts? Obviously, the activity was just to activate, and show what happens when one is a leader and what happens when one is a follower, or what could happen. These are some indicators. Not that it has to happen exactly this way. Yeah. Some thoughts. Any thoughts? Anybody? Okay, so don't just get lost in numbers. Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not really saying anything. I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying, what do you think about this leader follower thing? Um, what are you doing? How would you like to do it? Where you think it will benefit the child? Is this something? Is this whole way of looking it as a leader follower? Is it itself interesting? Uh, is does it give you a perspective? What? I don't know. Share your thoughts.
Ratnesh, wrinkle here.
Yeah.
If the child is a follower, they will not think and they will not be creative more. They will just follow us. If they are leaders, they will think more and they will come with a new ideas or new things.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So if the child is more leader, so it is good for him to understand and grasp.
Okay. Yeah. So Shilpa, we're not really talking about now the four. The four situations was only to bring into our attention the whole concept of a leader follower, right? The role play was just, or the acting was just to do that. The idea is now to think about, hey, what am I doing and what I would like to do? And the situations could be anything. It could be anything that you are when you are with the child,
Yeah.
or
For
even when you are not with the child. You could still be a leader or a follower when you are not with the child. Yeah.
yeah, for me it totally depends on the situation. So sometimes I follow, sometimes I lead.
Obviously, for everybody, it depends on the situation, Ranjini. The point is that when we start looking at it this way, this perspective of looking it as a leader follower, and the fact that I have a choice, I can lead or I can follow. Okay, what does that what does that this thought, how does that appeal to you? And this whole perspective of looking at something, hey, do I want to lead, do I want to follow, what do I want, where do I want the child will benefit? Obviously everything will depend on the situation, so we are not getting into that. Everything in this world depends on the situation, so we are not we
Yeah.
are more trying to understand what is our perspective about this leader follower thing.
Yes,
How do I
definitely.
look at my role, and how do I look at the child's role, and how do I want to see it? Because suppose I say, yeah, it depends on situation, so it doesn't matter, then I'm just brushing it aside. But suppose I say, oh, I want to do this more, either I want to be the leader more or I want the child to be leader more, then in every situation I'll have to start thinking, how do I do that, whatever I want?
Right. It's a beautiful perspective because it's like you're open to choices. It's like you're it's not just one way, both ways. Like you're letting the child also take choice, as well as it's a nice way to recognize whatever you have introduced to us about leaders and followers. It's a nice way to look at all the situations because it opens up a lot of possibilities and learning for both the parties.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay.
Hi, Manish. So, of late, my daughter is enjoying being the teacher everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, she just, kinds of keeps telling me, let's do this, let's do that.
Okay.
So, she enjoying being the leader most of the time. So, I just tag along with whatever she says these days.
Okay.
This is Tejas.
Okay.
Yeah, by giving him chance, my son or my daughter to give a chance as a leader in one or the other way. I am not follower on that point. I am also leading somewhere or the other way and giving chance to him. So it's a very win-win situation sometime.
No, no, sorry, I didn't get you.
Hmm.
By letting him lead, you are the leader. How's that?
I don't know, Vallabh, I feel something like that. See, by
No, I'm not.
it is,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
it is simple question that what I want, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I question myself, so I want to make him understand situation much more better, and by leading himself, he will understand by it own. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I am resolving my both the things. My motto to that is also achieve that let him lead first. By making him lead first,
What do you
it's
mean by
win-win
first?
situation. Or by not like first, by making him as a he lead that things and I be follower. Also, I am. It's a win-win situation. That's it.
Okay. So you are saying him being a leader for you is a more beneficial equation.
Yeah, it's win-win
Okay.
situation.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Shilpa has a slightly different view, but yeah, go ahead, Praveen.
I had a view like my role is more towards a leader side. What I'm doing recently. Uh, that means I used to do hands-on work when children are around. I want them to keep an eye on what I am doing and next to imitate by doing with hands. I want them to do because it will be more beneficial. I think that it will be more beneficial for them to do something. I have a belief, right? Like children used to imitate more, imitate adults. So that
Right.
time uh,
So that's your
that
belief that let them imitate me, and that's the way they
yes,
right. Okay. So that's
when
one
I am a
way.
leader.
Yeah. So that's one way of looking at it. That I will be the leader and let them imitate. But you also see when we are a follower, then there are all these issues. The issues of disinterested, disconnected, confused, and so on. I'm obviously this was just in the role play, but uh, I don't know if you want to extrapolate them. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, um,
Uh,
so I don't know. That's one way of looking at it. That I'll be the leader. What Shilpa is saying, that I'm in full senses exactly. So the pressure, the responsibility is on you,
uh,
right?
can
Right.
I add more?
And what would happen if the responsibility and pressure was on the child rather than on you?
Okay.
See,
Like
it
there
is
is.
very common, and it is very usual for people to think that I, as an adult, I as a parent, I as a more knowledgeable person should lead because I know more. I can show them, and they can imitate and hence learn from me,
Mm,
right? Which is fine. I'm not against it. I'm just saying, just see if that is how. That is one way of learning. The other way could be just the opposite. Why do
yeah.
I need to learn? Why do
Mm,
I need to have the responsibility? What happens when the child has the responsibility? What happens when the teacher steps out and says, no, 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 I'm not going to teach you. You are going to teach me or the class. Okay. Or you are going to show me, or you are, and I'm going to imitate you. You have the responsibility, and I'm just the follower. I'll do whatever you do. What
mm,
could happen then? So that's a possibility.
yes, it's a
Yeah.
possibility. I was thinking like this is something that I am just thinking today only, and
Sure.
I was explaining about what I was doing
Sure.
without thinking. And I have also opinion that I don't want the children to uh, necessarily have the interest on what I'm doing. Like they are not forced to do what I am doing. If they have an interest on that, they can just ask or they can follow me. It's their choice to follow
Sure.
me.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Mm, like that. I'm thinking more on it. Just
Sure. Sure.
had a thought just now only.
Ratish, I have one thought.
Yeah.
Like sometimes what I see is my kid is doing something at her own. So she doesn't even need my involvement sometimes. So means at that moment, as you told, sometimes we are also not interested to follow the kid. So we can just let the kid be the leader and just enjoy what she or he is doing.
Which is a good definition of a follower. A follower can also sit back and enjoy. See, when
Yeah,
you were the follower in this activity, you need not have done anything. You can just enjoy. Let's see how Praveen is acting. Let's see how Tejas is acting, right?
yeah. And
So
when the
that's the advantage of being a follower. When
yeah,
you are a follower, you can actually sit back, observe, and enjoy.
yeah. And when the child will lead us, then he or she will definitely come back. So I
And
have
even in that situation, the child is the leader because he's asking you for what he needs.
yes,
You are only simply a provider, maybe provider of a skill or a demonstration or something, or a resource.
yes. So earlier I used to feel bad sometimes when my kid was alone doing something, but now I kind of enjoy it. It's good for me actually.
Okay. So Shilpa, if you'd like to come on the mic, nothing wrong with what you are thinking. That's a perfectly valid perspective when you are saying that okay, the child will benefit from my being the leader and provided I am in full senses. But you see, in all of this, there's a huge responsibility on us, right? And nothing wrong with that, and we can very well live up to that responsibility. I'm not doubting you or anybody for that matter, right? My 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 thought is, what would happen if it was the other way around? What would happen if this responsibility of this being in full senses was on to the child? Now who will learn more? In which situation? I'm not saying in the follower situation the child will not learn anything, but see in which situation will the child learn more. When the child has to be in full senses, when the child is feeling the full responsibility, when the child has to think for himself, like couple of people said that that's where the thinking was, while as a follower we felt there was no thinking. In fact, we were confused, we had no skin in the game, in fact, right? So we have to see where we want to do what kind of role would we like to play. um, uh, and it's really up to you. Let me also give an analogy. Some people ask me that, if I'm just a follower, what if the leader is not leading properly? So let's take a little analogy. Let's say you are going on a trek, right? And you're just a trekker, right? You are in a group, and there is a group leader. Let's say Mr. L, the leader, right? uh, Now, as a trekker, you are enjoying your trek, and after some time, you feel that the leader is not really taking us in the right direction. Within quotes, we seem to be lost, right? At least you get that feeling. Now, what would you do as a follower? What would you do? You just have that feeling that hey, this doesn't seem to be the right way of going, the right direction.
I'll ask my leader that, sir, can we make sure that we are leading in the right way? Because
Okay,
I am feeling that it's not the right way.
okay, great. Okay, so
Mm.
you will ask the leader. Are you sure? Do you want to check, double check? Okay.
Yeah, shall we double
Yeah,
check it?
yeah, maybe. Okay. The leader says, yeah, my man, no problem. I'm going good. Don't worry. Yep. And let's say you continue the trek, and after some time, you again get that feeling. No, 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 no. This isn't going in the right direction. Okay.
Yes, I'll
This.
on my GPS.
Yeah. Let's assume you don't have any GPS. What will you do?
I'll ask some more of my friends that, do you feel that what I'm feeling is right, or maybe because if
Okay.
we will be in
Okay.
the majority and approach him, and then it would be a
Okay. Even if you
challenge.
are in a majority, then what will you do?
Still, he is not agreeing, right? Still, the leader is in.
No, no, I don't know. What will you do the second time? Okay, maybe you've asked the others, and others
Again,
say,
we
yeah,
will
yeah,
approach him.
yeah. Okay, and what will you
Again, we
say?
all together will approach.
Hmm. Okay, and what would you say altogether?
So we all are feeling like that, so that we
Hmm.
are not moving in the right direction.
Hmm. And
So shall we just check it again?
okay, okay, right. So you see the followers, Ranjani saying change the lead. Well, that's easy. That's very easy. We go and knock off the leader and say, I'm the new leader. It's very easy, right? And we do that all the time. We say, you move, I'm the leader, I will tell you what to do, I will tell you how to live your life, I will tell you how to study, I will tell you how to play, I will tell you how to manage social relationships, how to manage your emotions, how to manage this, how to manage that. I will be your leader. So it's very easy. But it's interesting when you say, no, 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 wait, I want to be the follower. Then what you do, you go to the leader and say, hey, something's not wrong, this isn't looking okay, this isn't all right, can you check, can you think of other ways of doing this, can you figure out a way? uh, but I'm only a follower, I'm only giving feedback, I'm making the leader reflect, I'm like making the leader look into. So I'm not, a leader doesn't mean that I don't do anything, right? Just like in a trek, it's not that if you are sensing that the leader isn't going in the right direction, you will just give up and knock the leader off, or you can run away. I'm not following this trek, I'm going my way, like Tejas is doing. That is one option. But the other option is to have faith in the leader, have trust in the leader, but still work with the leader, give feedback, create a way of interaction, of discussion. We are all a team finally. Does it make sense? Does it connect to how we can work with children? It's very subtle, but it's huge. That's contradictory, but that's okay. To me, it's huge, at least. It's huge when I start thinking in any or many situations as to, hey, what role am I playing? And what role would I like to play? And and then I go ahead and change things. And even if I have already played the role of a leader, uh, right, and I can still go back. Suppose the child took milk out of the refrigerator and the whole milk fell on the floor. Now what do you do if you're around? Yeah, what do you normally do? The child's taking the milk out and the whole milk vessel spilled onto the floor. What do you do? Come on, life situation right now, child taking fridge out of sorry, fridge out of the milk, no, sorry, the milk out of the fridge and the whole vessel falls, right? What do you do? Right? If you're shouting, blaming, then you are the leader.
I'll tell him that, oh, ये क्या हो गया, चलो अब साफ करते हैं मिलके.
Even then you are a leader, you are deciding what to do next.
Okay.
Isn't it? When you're saying let's go and clean this, who's taking the decision?
So in my case, he will run away. That like now, Mama will do it.
Yeah. So if you are the follower, you will also run away. if you are the follower, if you want to play the follower, you can say, okay, what do you want to do? And he says, I want to run away. Okay, I'm following you, I'm also running away. He says, I'm not going to do it. Okay, I'm also not going to do it. Okay, the milk will be around the whole day. Okay, let the milk will be around the whole day. Let's see. Tell me, milk lying there for the whole day, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a lovely way to understand once whatever you want to understand? I don't know what you want him to understand or her to understand.
So you are saying that to make him lead the situation, we need to give time?
I don't know what you need to give. That you have to decide as a follower. If you're a follower, a leader, I don't know. When you were now the follower, what were you doing? Were you giving time? Yes. Were you listening? Yes. Were you interfering? No. Were you shouting, hey, come on, act properly or act slowly? No, you were not doing anything. That's because I made you mute. But that's the beauty.
I want to ask you something, Ratnesh.
Yeah.
In this life situation, something happened. I observe, and if third person say, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, let third person do what they are doing. We're not interested in third person.
Can't you help him, or can't you do this? Can't you do that?
Whatever, let the other person shout. How does that matter? What matters is what role I play, and I can always play in even next day. I can next day also go to the child and say, yesterday when milk fell down, okay, what would you have done? Okay, then at that time the third person didn't allow you and caught you and made you do this or whatever, scolded you or shouted on you,
Hmm.
whatever. Okay, but what you would have done, let us, the simplest way to say is what you would have done if you were all by yourself. So I can still
Wow.
put the child back into the leadership
Back into the leadership and
scenario,
back.
right? We can always go
Right.
back and
Right. Right.
reflect
Go
back.
back.
Okay, okay.
Wow.
So what if a third person was there? That's only at that moment. You know, if you, I'd also posted one message. If you miss the flight, you can always catch the train. So don't worry. If at that time something else happened, how does that matter? It matters to you that you want him or her to take the leadership position, to come back with the thoughts as to what I could have done.
Amazing question. Wow. Thank you.
I had the same situation this evening. My son wanted to explore to make some music with bottles, and in the process, one of the like he knew that the bottles are fragile, but he had never thought he had never had the experience of what fragile actually means. So I was just thinking, so for him to understand the bottle should actually break, was the thought running in my mind, and it actually broke. And there was panic in the house because grandmom was there and brother is there. They were like reacting and all that. And this fellow, my younger one, was like totally timid because he didn't know what to do. I had to just look at him and I was like, okay, what can we do now? And everything, he knew every little bit of thing what he could have done. And he told me, okay, I'm sorry, I broke it, I did not know, I want to clean up. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So okay. So just to pause and let's
yeah,
move it. So that's the whole idea. But it depends on what do we want. So we have to ask again that question. And I don't know. This is to me personally a very interesting way to look at the child and then see, hey, what is it that I want? What role do I want to play? Right, as an adult, as a parent, whatever.
yeah. They had all the he had all the answer to it. He just led me
And
thoroughly how to
even if he
clean it.
doesn't have an answer, even if he doesn't have an answer, it doesn't
Yeah, you
matter.
can still talk about it. Yes.
Not that I have answers to all situations in
Right,
my life,
right.
right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I want to be leader of my life,
True,
right? So it isn't about necessarily only right having the answers. It can be anything.
true.
Okay, okay. So let's move ahead. And obviously, if you still want to think about this leader follow, if you have a question on this, we'll come back to it anytime, right? Um, but I want to kind of little move ahead. So this was one perspective I wanted to share. Um, okay, we have already done all this, right? Okay, I want to come to this little video which I had sent. I'm assuming most of you would have seen it. Have most of you seen the video? This video, if you have seen the video, you'll recognize the picture.
Yes.
Okay, right. I should ask the other way around. If anybody has not seen the video, you let me know. So yeah, so let me know. So yeah, meanwhile, people who have seen it, what do you think? Um, yeah, you have to share your thoughts. I'd put the questions also. What do you think? There are two adults in
The
this situation, and and what are your thoughts? Yeah, go ahead. Somebody wanted to share.
Ratnesh Wrinkle here.
Yeah.
The same situation has
Okay,
uh,
wait. Let's not go into same situation has happened to me. Yeah, every house it has happened. Let's talk about this situation. And let's talk about these two adults in the thing. How do you see it?
um, the mother is very not angry, but he's worried to clean his daughter house. So
Mhm.
he's worried, and her father and the daughter are very happy to.
Right. So I'm sorry, I'm cutting you short. Yes, we all can see that. So what's your thought about all this? I want to hear your thought, not obviously what the video is showing. We have already seen that. Yeah.
Mother, mother is worried for cleaning the house every time, and he's not.
Yeah. I'm again saying that is all of us can see that the mother is worried, the father is not worried, the father is happy, laughing. So what
Yeah,
does this tell you? What does this whole video tell you? What is your takeaway from the video?
uh, we are not uh, uh, actually enjoying with the kids
Mm-hmm.
the situation. Like, kids enjoy in every moment, but we don't enjoy with them. I think
Okay.
that.
So you felt you are not enjoying many moments. Is that what you are saying?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And right now don't relate it to leader follower. Let one chapter be over. Let's look at it as a second chapter. Yeah. Yeah. More thoughts. What is your takeaway from the video?
Uh, yeah, Pooja here. Sometimes in the midst of chaos of all the whole household chores, we disrespect the curiosity which is being shown in the child. So we don't respect the curiosity of the child because we have to do. We giving more importance to the work we have to do.
Okay. So what are you wanting? Uh, You're saying that is what we do, but what is it that you would like to do? What is your takeaway from it?
There are both the ways. Like sometimes this happens, sometimes the other way
Yeah. But
happens. So it
what would you like to do?
we should no we should respect the curiosity of
Not
the
should,
child.
not should. Should is like a order, not should. But what would you
I
like?
will.
What would you like to do?
I would like to uh, enjoy the moment.
Okay, you would like to enjoy the moment. Okay, more thoughts?
This is Tejas. There was no solution in blabbering.
Hmm. So, what is your thought?
My
What
thought
is
is
your
clear.
thing?
I should not blabber here and there.
Mm-hmm.
If these things happen, I
Mm-hmm.
should come to the point and should talk what I want to talk, not blabber.
Mm, okay. Oh, and what do you mean by come to the point? I mean, what is the point?
In this situation, I would have done it, or
No, when you say I should come to the point, what does that mean? I mean, how would you respond?
what I want. Yeah, what I want. I want this to be clean, or I don't know. I would. This whole story will come back again. I should connect her situation first, the kid situation first.
So there are two people here, and both their responses are different, right? We all know
Yeah,
that. So,
yeah.
so which kind of response would you like to have?
Like the dad. Simple.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay.
Whatever was happened, it was happened.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, no talking to previous situation.
Okay. Okay.
Just be in this situation and start at the some different level of acting, not like blabbering.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's hear more thoughts.
Yeah, Ratnesh Kunjan here.
Yeah.
So I would also like to be the parent who, takes things very lightly. But for example, if the a child needs to like go to sleep, or if it's
No.
the
Let's not take any other example. Here, the situation is
yeah, even in this situation,
yeah.
I
Let's
think
stick
there
to
was
this.
the school time
Yes.
was running.
Everything was there. So what are you saying? You would like to be like the dad, but you what are you saying? Okay, fine. You would like to be the
I
cool.
would love to be like
Mhm.
the dad,
So where is the
but when
problem?
things need to be get got done,
Mm-hmm.
for example, school or
Hmm.
sleeping time, then the if the pressure is on me, then maybe I'm transferring the pressure onto the other people. For example, the child.
Wait. You can still be the cool person and still do whatever is needed to be done, isn't it? Possible? What needed to be done in this situation?
Uh, the child, I think, after getting ready for the school, had again
Has
made a
done this.
mess of
Yeah.
herself.
So she has to reach
So
school in time,
yeah, so
right?
probably the bus is waiting or whatever.
Sure.
The teacher will scold if the.
Sure. That is irrespective of whether you are cool or you are blowing your mind off. That is anyway going to happen.
Hmm.
Now you decide which role you want to play.
Yeah,
How is
ideally,
how is no. It's not a
ideally,
question of ideally. It's not a question of ideally. It's a question of choice. You realize that any which way the child has to be dropped to school or whatever bus is waiting or whatever it is, whatever needs to be done, right? Whether you are cool or whether you are not cool, or whether you are hot or whether you are, you know, impatient or whether you are patient, whatever. So the choice of how you want to be isn't dependent on what needs to be done next. It, it is not
yeah,
it is not situation specific. It is choice specific.
right. We always have the choice, right?
Yeah, we always have the choice. Now you said it. So let's not try and look at the situation and say situation is the problem. No. Situation is making me tense. No. You are choosing to be tense, or you can choose to be enjoying the moment. The choice is yours. Okay, Ranjini is saying both are setting confused example for the child. And what's the problem in setting confused example? Is there a problem? Why do you want to be crystal clear? Why can't you be confusing? I like confusion. Anyway, the point is not whether we are what kind of example we are setting to the child. The point is, yeah, it could be an HOM. The point is, what choice am I working from? What am I choosing? Yeah, and let's build this little more. This is not this slide is not the end of it, so don't worry. Um, so let me tell you a little story. Um, many years back, this is a story when we just started working with children, and uh, uh, you know there was a mother who came to our center. This was way back, about 19 years back. So there was a mother who came to our center and asked us, hey, what is your disciplining policy? Right. So me and my wife Aditi, we were both there in the center, and I looked at her and she looked at me, and obviously we had no answer to that question. What is the disciplining policy? We looked at the mother and we said, sorry ma'am, we don't have a disciplining policy. Obviously the mother went away, never to come back. Yeah. So but we got curious. We said, hey, hello, what is our disciplining policy? We need to have an answer to this question. Right. uh, so we said, okay, but for that matter we need to know what is disciplining. We had no idea what is disciplining. Yeah, you know uh, uh, so so we started reading books, and that didn't really help us, because what the books were writing, we weren't really very happy with what. Then we started thinking, hey, see, we are not really having disciplining problems. That's why we don't have a disciplining policy. Isn't it? You will have a policy only when you have a problem. If you don't have a problem, why would you have a policy? Right? So we didn't have a disciplining policy because we didn't have a disciplining problem in that sense. So we said, okay, so what is working for us? There must be something working for us. Okay, and when we kind of thought about it, so we came up with our answer, which is like our talisman. Not that we do it every time, but that is our catchphrase, and the catchphrase is simple. Okay, talisman is simple. The magic potion is simple. It says, no matter what happens, be relaxed. Do you like it?
Yes.
What do you say? As I said, not that we do it 100 times, 100% times, but okay. But still, that's the magic formula. Any thoughts?
I read this somewhere and it was similar to what you said. It's like in the face of tsunami, like be like a Buddha. So probably it was for all the mothers,
Okay.
especially the children.
So Bhavna is asking, but at times, how to be relaxed, right? Okay. So since Bhavna has asked, we will let's together figure out how to be relaxed. Would you like to know how to be relaxed?
Is it associated with the situation when he went to take the shower and the water wasn't,
No, 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 no. It's not related.
or the bride was doing the makeup and the
No, no, no.
groom ran away?
That is over. That is over. Right. Okay. So, okay. So the question is, first of all, but before we go on to, let me put that slide back. Uh, before we go on to see how can we be relaxed, do you agree with it? Do you agree that this is something which is helpful, which would be beneficial to me and to the child? That if I am relaxed, and why will it be beneficial? I want to hear that. I want, so that clarity is there. Why will this be helpful if I'm relaxed when anything happens, when the child spills the milk, when the child whatever powder all over, or whatever be the situation?
Yeah, hi, Ratnesh.
Yeah.
So, of course, when being relaxed is the best in any situation is very, in a way, a lot of advantage because the child also seems to be relaxed at that moment. If we get worked up, then we see the child also somehow getting worked up.
Okay.
So being relaxed is the best possible way to probably come out of the situation. But there are times when you just
Okay, wait,
can't
wait,
stop.
wait, wait, wait. We're not going on to that, but we are okay. We are staying here. We say, okay, so one is you're saying because we pass our state of mind to the child, right? If
Yes,
we are
yes.
relaxed, we will pass a statement. What else are the benefits?
In the relaxed state, I can come up with the best solution.
Okay, in the relaxed state, so relaxed mind is more productive, right?
Yeah,
More options, more
yeah,
thoughts,
yeah.
more options. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. What else? What else are the benefits?
You are more at peace when you're more relaxed.
Okay, and how is that beneficial?
Beneficial to our probably our health also.
Okay, okay, okay. You are at peace. Okay, so Bharti is also, I think, thinking that okay, we can think more broad, more options. Okay, more broad. Right. What else? What else?
What I think is Deepti here.
Okay. Just one moment. What do you mean by trigger the situation? You're saying we'll not make it worse. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Okay. We'll not make it worse. Okay. Uh, okay. Yeah, Deepti.
So what I was telling is like from these kind of situation, more than anything, we are setting an example for our kid. Like when something like this happen, how we are reacting.
Okay.
So if we will be calm and we will be composed, so it is an example for the kid as well that it's not a big deal. It's
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
It happened. So if we will deal it calmly, the child will learn that nothing is to be so much furious about.
Okay.
So
Right.
it,
Right. So is that okay for me to write? Child will learn otherwise.
yes.
Right. Okay. Okay. More thoughts? Why would we want this? Okay. Take everything easily. Yeah. If we take that way, if we take everything easily, coolly, then what is the benefit? What is the benefit of being relaxed? Right. Possibly also.
Uh,
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, again, we are setting an example that these situations are a normal part and parcel of life. It will happen in any case.
No, no, that is okay. We will come to that. Just hold on with this thought. First, we are thinking why. What is the benefit of being relaxed? Then we will figure out how do we. What is the thought process behind being relaxed? Uh, so just hold on to that thought.
So the bond also won't be damaged.
Okay, okay. Bond, relationship. Yeah, not just with the child, with anybody. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can connect more easily to everybody, or rather, people
We can
tend
all.
to open to you
Yeah. Yeah.
more easily.
We
Yeah.
can discuss, we can understand better. Yes, we can understand the child better. And as you were saying, yeah, we can actually let the child be the leader and so on. We can discuss. Okay, so we seem to have lots of advantages. So I'm assuming most of us would like to be like that. Uh, yeah, the child learns a life skill. Okay, okay, life skills. So from us, right. Okay, so uh, these are the benefits. Now the question arises, how are we relaxed? But how to be relaxed? Yes, Wrinkle is asking that question, right? Right. So you will give me the answer to this question. Obviously, I'm not going to give it to you. Right. Let's look at that. So the question that I want to ask you is, what beliefs will help you be relaxed? Yeah, what beliefs will help you be relaxed? That's my question.
I think when we actually will believe that it's not a big deal.
Okay, just expand on that. What do you mean by it's not a big deal?
Like we are thinking, we are trying to, when we are in the situation when we want to be calm, we are telling ourselves, okay, fine, it's not a big deal, it's okay, I can do that or something like that, I can be calm.
No,
So
no, no, not what you should be. Some of you are talking about a behavior, a smile, breathe in, breathe out are behaviors. We are not talking about behavior. We're talking about my belief. What belief will help me be relaxed? Behavior is relaxed, which is always the outcome of our beliefs. So, what could be my belief? So, one belief you are saying it's not a big deal. That's fair enough. That's one belief. Tell me
and
more beliefs. Yeah.
yeah, it's similar to any other situation that we face, some happy situation. It's just a situation, we need not to tag
Uh,
it as a bad situation.
okay, just a situation. Okay, it's not bad. Okay. More beliefs? More beliefs which will help us be relaxed.
Uh,
It's not a matter of life and death.
Right, okay. Not a matter of life and that's what, it's not a big deal.
Study from the past.
Pardon?
Studying from the past or learning from the past. What
Okay.
happened?
Yeah, but what's the belief?
Whatever happened is happened.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. It's over now.
It's over now. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
that is obviously you can do that only in situation where it is actually over. It's not yet going on. Yeah, some
The
sound.
belief will work. This stages. This in Hindi that जो होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है.
Okay,
Whatever
yeah.
happen, it's
So
for
it's
good.
over now. Whatever happens, it's for good. Okay, it's for good, and we know what the good is. It's an opportunity to. What's the good news?
To learn.
Yes, it's an opportunity to learn.
Yes.
It's an opportunity to learn. Maybe for the child to learn, or maybe for me to learn.
For me to learn.
Uh,
Forget about child.
Shilpa was talking. Believe that my child doesn't need to be. Yeah, my child does not need to behave in a particular way. Yeah, that's a good belief. That my child does not need to behave in a particular way. There is no manual which says child should behave in that way, right? Okay. What else?
so
What other?
it,
Yeah.
my belief that whenever I'm tired or I'm not feeling well, I tend, I cannot like stay relaxed or calm. So maybe changing that belief would
So what
help
would
me.
be the belief? So which belief? So tell me the new belief.
uh, that so what if I'm not unwell, I can still relax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I put it as my state of let's say mind or body? Mind
Mind
body
and yeah,
does not matter.
does not matter.
Okay. Maybe it does not matter. Okay.
I have one more funny thought.
Yes. Yeah.
Like our parents say, you all did it. You were also not born such a big child.
Okay.
So we
Uh,
once upon a time we all,
child is just like me.
yeah.
Okay. Child is just like me, or how I was. Shilpa is saying, I believe it's just seen from a movie. Okay. But what's the belief? What does it mean when you say it is just a scene from a movie? What's the belief behind it? Okay.
So my belief, Shilpa here, Ratish, my belief is that, it's a Shakespearean thought that the world is a stage and everybody is doing what they're supposed to do. So every
Okay.
person is just playing their role and it's no big deal. The child
Okay.
is just being a child and just being the parent, so what?
So what? Blame it on Shakespeare. Yeah, it's all because of Shakespeare. Yeah, yeah. And that's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah. More
This is
belief.
stages.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I would not be there in this situation, then what would have happened?
Yeah, yeah. But that's still a thought. What's the belief? What's the belief? There is a belief there. I
That
want you
the
to share.
belief is simple.
Huh.
It will run without me also. Simple.
Okay.
There is not
Right.
my need. I am
Okay.
not needed every time.
I'm not needed. हा इसको जरा gold में लिख लेते हैं. I'm not needed. So if you are saying I'm not needed, what does that imply? There is one more belief there.
Oh, wait, let me
No, no, others can
dig.
help you, just not you. So you're
I'm
saying,
the follower.
yeah, I'm the follower, I'm not needed. So what does that imply?
That the belief
Uh,
here is like we feel like, oh, I only can solve this
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. So if you're not feeling that way, what does it imply?
I can
So
just enjoy.
no, the situation can run well
Yeah, so what
without
does that
me.
imply? It is still implies a
Uh,
belief. Yeah.
The entire burden is like not on my shoulder.
then why
Yeah,
to take me a action ban?
yeah, yeah. So what does that imply?
He can do.
I just need to listen.
Yeah, yeah. So
Wait,
to
wait,
be
wait.
able, that is, I am a follower, I can listen, I can enjoy, I'm not needed. What
Uh,
does all of this imply? What belief
The
I have?
child is the leader.
Yeah, child
no,
is
no,
the
no.
leader, child is capable. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Child is capable, child is the leader, right? That's an
right.
important belief. If I say, hey, child is capable.
Yes, he can do it. Then why? Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, because I will say I
Thank
am
you
not
for this
needed.
help.
I will say I am not needed when I think the other person doesn't need me. If I think that the other
Uh,
person need me, I will say I am needed,
right.
right? If I feel the other person
Perfect.
does not need me, then I will say, hey, the child is capable. But so it has to start with me saying child is capable. When I say, okay, child is capable, then okay, then I don't need to do anything.
Uh,
Okay. Any other belief?
Thank you.
Any other belief?
Uh, like, getting angry or agitated will like trigger the situation.
So what's the belief? That's not a belief. That is what that's a cause effect. But what's the belief?
And getting angry is the worst way to deal with the situation.
Yeah, yeah. But what's the belief?
One
Getting angry is not the solution.
Yeah, yeah. But
That's a
what's the
belief.
belief? What's the belief behind that? So belief will come back to that being relaxed will help me, right? So the belief is still that being relaxed is a more resourceful state of mind or more helpful or beneficial state of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
one more belief coming,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
that uh, I cannot be all I cannot be truth at all the time. Yeah,
Sorry.
I, I'm not right at all the time.
Okay. So what's the underlying belief?
Uh,
I could be wrong or my way could be wrong.
Hmm. In a way, it is
so let him.
somewhere. So who had said that?
He can be right.
I
What
Yeah,
am
what
he
is
can. So child doesn't not need to behave in a particular way. Okay, or my way.
Yeah, he can be right.
Yes, I can be creative. I can be creative. Child can be creative. I can be creative. Somebody's mic is creating a nice noise in the background. I'm trying to be very relaxed about that. I can be creative.
I have one more belief.
Yes, yes.
If I will, like, if I need to save my energy for the more such things coming up,
Mhm.
means this is not the only thing. Even if I will get angry, it doesn't give any confidence that the child will not do such things again. So within a matter of second, he or she can do the
Next
thing
will
again.
happen. Yeah,
Yeah,
next thing will happen.
yeah.
So, what's the belief?
I need to be resourceful here.
Okay, time to empower the. I need to be resourceful. Child need to be resourceful. Child is resourceful.
Yeah. So I need to be resourceful.
Yeah, but you are always resourceful, right? Are you running out of energy? Ah,
Yeah, if I will do anger, I will have anger and all. Then
no,
I
yeah, but that's not really belief. That's still a cause effect. What's the belief?
Mm. Belief is like energy. Energy is a resourceful thing, kind of something.
Okay, maybe. Okay, I can't control situations. Okay, okay. So if you allow me,
One last.
yeah, please, please, you can have many more, right? Yeah, please.
He know better what to do.
Okay, he knows he's capable. He knows what to do. Can take control. Yeah, yeah, he knows.
Okay, then not
Yeah,
needed.
yeah, yeah.
One more.
Sure, sure, sure.
Like we need not behave like Hitler in every situation. Like it's my way or the highway.
My way or highway. Wow, my way.
Because my way could be the wrong way. I mean, how could I be so sure that my way is the right way of doing
Mm.
it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We wrote right, right, wrong. Yes, my way need not be the right way. Child doesn't need to behave in a particular way. Okay. So now you know how to be relaxed. You just follow these, adopt these, embrace these, hug these beliefs, and they're very easy. You just have to adopt these beliefs. You have to hug these beliefs. You have to say, these are my beliefs. If you want, take a printout, put it up. If you want, commit yourself to it. If you want, discuss it with your spouse, children, everybody around you. This is my new way. Yeah, this is the way I am thinking now. And beliefs can be changed in a fraction of a second. One moment I had this belief, the next moment I can have a different belief. It's as simple as that. So all we need to know is what belief I want to have. and what belief I want to let go.
One more thing, like sometimes me and my husband will talk about it. Like nobody is wrong. It's just our perceptions which make the things
Sure. Sure. Yeah, nobody's wrong. It's not my way or highway. Child has his own views. So that's one cluster of belief, that everybody has their own view, right? And if you allow me, I can just expand. I'm not really adding something new. To me, the one of the core beliefs which has helped us, I know it's not a different belief from what all you have shared, is that the child is learning, right? Is that a fair belief that the child is learning? And the child is experimenting, right? And the child is exploring, sorry, right? And the child is trying, and the child is uh, doing, and the
He
child
also needs
is
some space.
and the child is failing, and the child is also succeeding. Now, what is common in all of this is, so we have a new term for you, if you like that term, okay? That the child is inging. Have you heard that term? Obviously, you haven't, because there's no such term like that. The child is inging, right? How does that sound to you? I am relaxed because obviously you haven't heard, because there is no such term like that. Because the child is inging, he's doing, trying, exploring, experimenting, learning, communicating, shouting, inging. He's inging. He's in the world of verbs. He's into action. It means, what does ing means? When a word has an ing at the end, what does it mean to you? It means that there is action. Exactly, like the child is work in progress. That's beautiful. We call it WIP. The child is work in progress, and so are we. Not just the child is work in progress. Shilpa, please type in the chat window. Ratnesh is work in progress. Shilpa is work in progress. Tejas is work in progress. Wrinkle is work in progress. Pooja is work in progress. Till we are RIP, we are WIP. Does this make sense? Right? Only after RIP the WIP stops. But till the time the child is singing. And isn't it great that the child is singing? And isn't it awesome that the child is singing? And isn't that the most amazing thing about the child, that he is or she is singing? And because the child is singing, what's the big deal? And when we start thinking like that, yeah, I'm also singing. So if I do blow my top off like the lady did in the video, that's okay. I'm also singing. If I can again look back and say, I blew off that day. I don't want to blow off today. I want to try something different. I want to experiment. I want to explore. My belief is the child is singing, I am singing. All of us are singing. All is well. What do you say? You will say time for breaking. Time for a break, time for breaking. Yes, let's make a song in singing. Absolutely. So Tejas will sing us a song after the break, the singing song. Child is creating. That's one of the big ingings. And creating here doesn't just mean creating things. He's creating his own life, her own wisdom, her own values, her own perspective, her own maturity, her own concepts, her own relationships. She's creating. Her own life she's creating, isn't it? Okay, so let's take a break before you start breaking me with this thought. So I want to leave you with thinking and see how today's break is with thinking, right? And yep, how long a break you want for inging? Amazing ging. 13. Oh, sorry. It average is 13. One says 14, one says 12. Let's settle for the lucky 13. Okay, lucky 13. Lucky 13. And what's the time now? 9:34. So we are back at 47. Is it okay? Till that time, keep inging.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, Anybody, any thought? Or we can move ahead. Yeah, I've started the recording. Thank you. Right. Anybody wants to share anything?
Uh, Ratnesh,
Yep.
like, would it be wrong here to ask if, the child wants to, make the big decisions of the house, or if, the child wants to be in control, or for example, the decision for her own self only, like, going on a overnight picnic from school, like 2 or 3 days. And so the child is just imitating and saying, it's my life, so I can take the decision.
Mm-hmm.
Child is capable, all right, or maybe the teachers will be careful, the everything will go all right, but still, as parents, we have the fear.
Okay. So you go back to the trekking analogy. Even as a trekker, you had the fear that maybe our leader is lost,
Yeah.
right? But then what were you doing? Meaning, obviously, you can knock the leader off and say, no, no, I'm in control. Or you can discuss, reflect, interact, ask questions, give feedback, and so on. The choice is ours. We can take over the leadership, or we can let the leader be the leader, which is empowering, obviously. Let the leader be empowered. There could be mistakes. There could be, so whatever your concerns, you can put it on the table. I'll give you, if that helps you in any which way. So we have in Aarohi, we have a concept of outstation trips where children, uh, typically with an adult, but not necessarily, go on trips to other cities to do things which, or meet people or visit places. So we have been, different groups have been going to every winter, which is typically Feb, end of Jan or Feb. They've been going to Kashmir for skiing. So this year, 5 children went to skiing. They were aged, 13 was the youngest and 16 was the oldest. There were 3 boys and 2 girls, and they traveled to Gulmarg in Kashmir from Bangalore, totally on their own. 5 of them, 3 girls, oh, sorry, 3 boys, 2 girls between 13 to 16, uh, completely traveled on their own. Yeah, and stayed there for 2 weeks, did their skiing course, and came back. Right now, I'm not saying there is no concern. Okay, but what do you do with that concern? One is that we can say, no, 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 we will take over, we will go with you, I will come with you, and I will be your bodyguard or whatever, guard. The other is, can we prepare? Can we plan in advance? So you won't believe they had a list of around 43 questions. Okay. And all those questions were what if questions. Like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if the taxi driver mismanages with you? What if this thing does not happen? What if we meet with an accident? What if that happens? Anything can happen. Anything can happen even when we go with them, right? But the idea was that, can we prepare? So they all wrote down as many scenarios they could think that they could go wrong, and then they only had 5 different answers to so many of those questions, and then together that became a resource. So we can either decide to be the leader, or we can let them lead their own choices, provided that is what we want, obviously. So I'm just giving you one simple example, which obviously is not so simple in terms of the amount of preparation that they had to go through. Um, and they wanted to go through that preparation because they were equally concerned about their safety, their travel, their whatever, whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have an answer. I can only, I have two, I can show you the choices that you have. You can do it this way or you can do it that way. And there are many million in between ways. Okay. Um, I'm kind of moving ahead, but obviously anybody has any thought, you can always interrupt. Right. Um, right. So I'm now moving to, okay, let's quickly do this. I hope you can see the screen. Now, imagine that you are the one who keep forgetting to close the tap in the bathroom. And today also you have left it running and the water is overflowing. So the question is, what would you like? And that's important part. Not what would you expect others to do, but what would you like others in the family to do or say? Let's share quickly. Maybe use the chat window. Let's share quickly. What would you like the others to do or say if this is what you have been doing and have done today? Yeah. What would you like? Come on. Just type in the chat window. Okay. Right. Couple of responses. Just close the tab. Shilpa saying paste a reminder for future. I'm not sure. Deepti, do you want them to say that to you? Would you like that them to say that to you? Shilpa saying, make me buy an ice cream every time I do that. Okay, Ranjani is saying just one word, water. Gunjan is saying, be calm. Do you want them to be calm? So what do you, okay, so what do you want them to do? Yes, be calm and then do what? Do nothing. Okay, remind me calmly. Okay, and how is that calmly? Okay, okay, fair enough. Remind me calmly. Okay, be calm. So, so obviously we can see the kind of responses that are coming in. So why are we wanting this kind of response? Tejas, would you want them to give you a warning and a penalty? Is this what you would like them to do? I'm not saying this is what you expect them to do, but I'm asking you, this is what you would like them to do, give you a small penalty and all that? Is that what you would like them to do?
Yeah, if I choose to, change my this habit and it's not working with me, then I can take help from them this way.
Yeah, So the help that you want is in the form of putting a penalty or taking you for an ice cream. Which help you want? Somebody said, "Take me to an ice cream." Shilpa, I think.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Though she has never taken me for an ice cream, but that's okay. I'll figure that out later. Right. Okay. So why are we wanting this? Why are we wanting this? Okay. Okay. Please don't bring other situations. When I'm yeah. I'm sure we all have these situations. But why are we wanting these kind of responses? These calm, or just close the tap. They only close the tap, or they just remind me calmly, or maybe just a word, water, or maybe a note on the tab. Why are we wanting this kind of response? Any quick thoughts? Why are we wanting this kind of response?
No one like insulting. Simple.
Okay. Okay, we don't want to be insulted. Okay. Okay, we think it's human to make mistakes. So, right. We think mistakes happen, but why this kind of a response? Even if we think it's human to make a mistake,
I
why do we want this kind of response? Why do we want them to be calm with us? Mhm.
because in some situation I want their help.
Mhm.
Then
So you want them to be calm.
no. By not calm or by shouting me, they are not helping me.
Mhm. So you want them to be helpful because you need help.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
I want to change this habit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No point in shouting because we want to be relaxed and we want them to be relaxed. I would like to be relaxed, but why do we want them to be nice and sweet and calm with us? Let's take another scenario. Let's say you go on the road and you jump a traffic signal, right? And the traffic policeman catches you. But today, instead of putting a fine on you, he slaps you. Is that okay with you?
No.
Why? Are it cheaper, yeah? Just take a slap. He'll let you go instead of the fine. You're saving $100.
All about self-respect.
Oh, you? Which is better, money or self-respect?
It is so simple. Self-respect.
Imagine Kal is saying money. They just note that.
I know her.
Why do you want self-respect, Baba? Have money. What will you do with self-respect? Okay. Anyway, that is just a joke, right? Uh, okay. Let's take another situation. Let me put the situation. Okay. Here's the situation. Right, I'm just reading out the slide. You step out of your flat and in your apartment complex, uh, and you see three teenagers bullying a 6-year-old over his new cycle. And let's assume you don't really know these children, but they are obviously from the same apartment complex and you are also from them, but you don't really know them, they don't really know you, right? And you are obviously going somewhere. Let's say you're going for some work or something you're going, and you see this happening. What will you do? And please come on the mic. Don't use the chat window just for this one. Just come on the mic and say,
Yes, Wrinkle here.
sorry?
Wrinkle here.
Yeah, Wrinkle.
I will just first tell them strictly don't do that
Tell whom?
to that teenagers.
Teenagers. Okay, so assume I'm one of the teenagers. Tell me what you will tell.
Hey, don't do that. He's a very small child. Why you are doing this?
What am I doing, auntie? Auntie, we are doing nothing, auntie. We are playing together, auntie.
No, you are not playing. You are making him.
No, auntie. We play every day with him. He comes and plays every day with us, auntie. You don't worry, auntie. We are.
This is not the way to play.
No, auntie. Don't worry, auntie. You go, auntie. We'll take care of him, auntie.
So I will tell your mother and father if you are doing this.
Yes, auntie, you can tell. We all play together. My mother, father knows. He even comes to our house, auntie.
Yeah, give me your flat number. I'll just call intercom and I will tell your mother.
Auntie, we play together every day, auntie.
So if you are playing and you are bullying him, this is not the good way.
Auntie, we are just playing with him, auntie. Come on, he brought his new cycle. He was just telling us to ride and all that. He was telling us to do all kinds of things with him. We were only explaining to him he shouldn't do that with his new cycle, auntie. You can ask him, auntie. You can ask him what were we doing, auntie. He will tell you what we were doing. We are not troubling him, auntie.
This way you learn in the school?
What, auntie? In school we learn history, geography, maths, auntie. Okay, let's see somebody else. So I'm also while you were talking all this, I'm kind of nudging my friend and kind of telling him with my eyes that we need to be careful about this auntie. Huh? Let's avoid her next time. Or maybe after you go, I will nudge her and say, man, this auntie se bach ke, wrinkle auntie na, troublesome. Next time let's beware of her. Okay, somebody else. What would you do? What would you normally do? I'm not asking you what would you have normally done if this would have happened today morning. And if you would have done something similar to Wrinkle, you can maybe type in the chat window that +1 to Wrinkle or same as Wrinkle, whatever.
I would probably ask the 6-year-old whether how's he feeling? Is he feeling comfortable or what? If he's okay, then I think I would just let it go.
Yeah, but just realize in front of these three, he won't squeak, na. He can't say these because he has to be there every day to play. Where will he go? So chances are that he will not really immediately save. So, and you are not even a known auntie. He will not suddenly pour out everything to you, you know.
Correct.
So yeah, you can still ask, maybe. Okay, let's play that also. Maybe the child does say, auntie, they're little troubling me, auntie. Now what will you say?
Then I'd ask the teenagers, what are you guys doing?
Nothing, auntie. Comes every day is a pain, auntie. Troubles us so much, auntie. What, auntie? Now what will you say?
I don't know, somehow interacting with you makes it really funny, so can't really think out of really what to do in real life situation.
But the real life situation, they say like that only. It isn't very different. Maybe yeah, maybe I make it a little humorous, but yeah, the expressions are similar. Just that our frame of mind is at that time all agitated, right? Our frame of mind is different. Here it is. In that sense, it is not agitated.
True, maybe.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I'll tell the 6-year-old, like,
Can I try?
Sure. Like Gunjan, you continue, and then everybody can try. Please. Yeah, good.
yeah. So I'll tell the 6-year-old that, you can come. I'm going for a walk, so you come with me on your cycle. Let's cycle around the apartment complex.
But why are you telling that? I mean, isn't he doesn't even know you? So why would he suddenly come with you?
Not come with me. I mean, he can just cycle his own way and I can just walk my own way.
Right, right. But I'm just saying, as a 6-year-old, obviously I landed up here not just by chance. Okay. And okay, you are saying you are offering me an escape route.
Yeah.
Maybe today, but tomorrow what will happen? Every day, Gunjan won't come at the same time, na? So even if you are successful, you have only succeeded in resolving or saving the child, 6-year-old. Now, are we getting sympathy for 6-year-old here? Are we saving the child? But for what? What will happen tomorrow? What will happen day after tomorrow? So, do we really want to save the child? Is that what we want to do? Think about it.
So let him get bullied. He'll learn out of it.
No, okay, he will learn out of it. But what would you like to do? That's the whole point. Maybe nothing. Yeah, maybe. Okay. The point is, the point that I'm trying to build up. Okay. With somebody else wanted to try. Yeah. Don't try.
Yes.
Just do what you would have normally done if it would have happened today morning. Right now, let's not go on. What else can I do? No, 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 no. I'm asking, what
Okay.
would you do in a situation like this if it would have happened today morning? We're not looking for right now creative alternatives.
So
I know you have a lot of creative.
though
Yeah.
I have just stand there, observe the things,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing will uh, let the thing will happen. By the evening, I will make some time from myself and
Mm-hmm.
talk to that child. And what
Which
was
child?
happening?
Which child?
That 6-year-old first. First with 6-year-old, what was happening? How was your feeling?
But you don't even know them.
Okay.
They're kind of strangers in the sense you don't know them. You don't know which apartment they live. You don't know anything. You are going for your own work.
So what I
Suddenly
want
you will
is I
leave
want to
everything.
empower.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
want to empower that
Yeah, but I'm
6-year-old,
also
for
telling you
example.
practically you will leave everything and stand and observe them for how long? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and we
Just five
also
ten minutes and see that.
okay. And
Yeah, what's happening?
we as teenagers are little smart, not as smart as you. We know you are watching us, so we are also suddenly quiet.
Quiet.
We are
Okay.
waiting for you to go. कब तक रहेगा रे? जाएगा ना?
Hmm.
तब देखेंगे.
Hmm.
So we are waiting. We are waiting for you to go. We are not doing anything. Now you keep observing us. Our faces are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Now what do? We are waiting you to go. Go, man.
Then in that case, I want to bully this teenagers and I make them feel how that
Right?
bullyingness is.
Yeah. Why? Why do you want to bully the teenager? You think they don't know what bullying is and how the bullying guy feels?
So how can I empower that 6-year-old?
I don't know. But we are not yet there. We are not yet there. How do we empower? We are somewhere here. Let me show you a slide. Okay.
Ratnesh, I
Sorry.
have Deepti here.
Yeah, Deepti.
So I will just leave the teenager in the thinking mode. So I will say, I could see you are having fun, thinking that small child is can be bullied by you.
No, auntie, we are not bullying him. What are you saying, auntie? We are just helping him out with his new cycle, auntie.
Yeah, means just that. I will just leave it at that. I will not listen to his response, and I
Mm-hmm.
will just leave him in the thinking mode.
Okay. Okay.
He's bullying the one who
But
he.
he's enjoying.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it could happen. Same thing can happen to him in a future time. But I will not tell it that to him.
Sure. Okay. So one perspective that I wanted to bring is, hey, when this situation came, when you're thinking about, when you're visualizing these three, whatever, let's say teenagers bullying this little child, where do you hold these teenagers? Okay, are they at par with you, or are they lower than you? In terms of whatever, let's say respect. Do you respect them as equal to you, or do you hold them lower to you? Yeah, much like when we were in the tap situation, do you like people holding you lower to them, or do you want them to respect you? Somebody said self-respect. Or the policeman situation. Okay, why isn't the slap okay? Why isn't the sign okay? Because the slap makes me be shown lower than others. Okay, because I don't want to be seen below the other, in the sense, and now I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm holding the child lower than me. The child
Yes.
is, in terms of respect, is somewhere below me. So think about it. If somebody is below you, do you think there's any connection between you and the child? Or for that matter, anybody else, not just the child, any other adult, any other individual in this world.
Oh wow, in that case,
For that
sorry.
matter, even an animal, if you want to go to that extent. But let's come back to the child, right? So just think about it from that perspective, that, hey, can we look at it from the kind of respect perspective? If you kind of look at my hands, I like to play this, am I above? Am I below? Am I with the child? If I am above the child, then I become preachy. I become that I'm holier than thou. I know better. You don't know what you are doing. I need to teach you a lesson. I need to give you a lecture. I need to whatever, whatever, whatever. But the lecture and that I need to teach you a lesson in itself is not a problem. The problem is where we are. That's where the disconnection happens. You can still give lecture if you are at par. You can still do whatever else. The action is not the important part. The point is, where are we? Are we above the child? Are we holier than thou? Do I know better than you? Am I above? What do you say? Which is where this little thought comes. And is it possible? Is it possible, or is it beneficial, or is it interesting to hold the other person at the same level as myself? And what could happen if I hold the other, in this case the three teenagers, at the same level as me? Not looking down, not these teenagers are like that only, not that I am superior in that sense. So I'm not yet there. What you will do, that is a secondary thing. It's from where I am coming from, with what belief, with what thought process, with what approach, with what uh, perspective I am coming from. To me, that matters. Whatever action you do, that is immaterial. What do you say? Okay, don't say anything. We'll move ahead, and then we'll come back to this. Let's see if it starts making more sense. Yeah. Um, okay. Let's go into this. So let's say one more situation. Yeah. Let's say you open a window of your house and you see a boy hitting a dog. Let's say mercilessly hitting a dog. Let's say hitting it with sticks or stones or whatever. So you see a boy hitting a dog, right? Now, what is your, at that moment when you open the window and see this boy hitting the dog, what is your thought about the boy? What is your thought about the boy?
He's insensitive.
Sensitive? okay, just let's use the chat window just for a moment. So insensitive is what? Uh, so- okay, he's out of his mind. He's insensitive. What else? What's your thought about the boy? Not what will you do. I'm not asking what you will do. I'm saying what is your thought about the boy at that moment? Just write your response in the chat window. No, no, no. Pooja, I'm not saying what happened. I'm saying what's your thought about the boy? Mad boy. Okay, mad, immature, totally out of the mind. Yeah, the boy is he's not aware of his choices or his actions. He's hitting him badly. Maybe mischievous. Yeah, Pooja. You missed the you may have missed the but what is your thought about the boy? I'm only talking about that. What's your thought about the boy? Careless. Okay. So these are some of the thoughts about the boy. Careless, crazy. Now let's assume that there was an opportunity for you to open a window before that. Okay. Um, and if you could open that window, which was before this window, okay, and this was the before window. The before window was the dog was trying to bite the boy's little sister. Now, what is your thought about the boy? What is your thought about the boy now? Okay, he is brave. What else? What is your thought about the boy? Caring, brave. Okay. Okay, caring, brave, loving. So, okay, so for some of us, I'm not saying for all, for some of us the thought changed. Okay. No. Lakshmi, don't get what is happening to the boy. What is your thought about the boy? Not about what is his life history. We are not trying to find the reason why he is hitting. We're trying to say what is our thought about the boy in one window and what is our thought about the boy in the other window, right? And for some of you, the thought changed. Now, what made the thought change? What made the thought change? You can use the mic also. Yeah, sorry. What made the thought change?
Situation.
Yeah, even in the first one, when you opened the window, there was a situation. Right. So, what is that larger picture? What is that information? What is that context? So, what changed? If you're thinking in terms of context, information, larger picture, I'm asking what is it of the context, information, the larger picture? Okay, the reason. Okay, so we call the boy hitting the dog as the behavior window, and the dog was trying to bite the boy's sister as the intention window. Is that fair enough? Are you with me? The boy hitting a dog is the behavior window. When we saw the behavior, we had some kind of thoughts. But when we saw through the intention window, which is the reason behind the child's behavior, okay, yeah, the behavior window was the action, and uh, the the dog trying to bite the boy's sister was the intention, right? So our view about the boy changed based on whether we look through the behavior window or whether we look through the intention window. Yep. Okay. So now I have a proposition, a statement. Okay, and my statement is this. My statement is every behavior has a positive intention. And I'm saying this is universally across the whole globe. I'm saying every behavior has a positive intention. Every behavior. What do you think? No, Dinkle, I'm not saying perhaps. I'm saying every behavior has a positive intention. If you're not sure, come on mic, discuss with me or with anybody else who's in agreement with me. You are saying not sure, but I'm saying sure. So come on, let's think it through. Either I'll agree to your statement or you will agree to my statement.
Yeah, I feel that's true.
Sorry, who was that?
Pooja.
Pooja. Okay. So Pooja will help me. Pooja is on my side. Pooja and
Yeah.
me are saying every behavior, every single behavior in this world has a positive intention.
How about a terrorist trying to bomb a bus or a plane?
Okay. Pooja.
Yeah, we don't know about his childhood, what he has gone through his childhood, and no.
Agreed, but
So
at
that's
that
the
point in
intention
time,
window.
is there any positive behavior that's happening?
Maybe his parents were in the same position. Maybe someone was trying to kill their parents and some.
Wait. Pooja, we are getting a little distracted. We are not talking about his history. We're talking about his intention. We are saying the
Yeah, his
intention.
intention.
So what is his intention, Priyal?
So intention is the past window, no?
No.
What has happened in the past?
No. Intention is then and there. What is his intention?
Or his intention would be revenge, probably, or his intention would be the junoon that somebody would have put into his head, or
So what is his intention? His intention is to, let's say, serve his community. His
Yeah,
group,
to
his
his
community.
community. I mean, no, not the
yeah,
entire
his
community is not going to agree to this thing that the way he's doing it, right?
No. Wait. We are not talking about his behavior. We're talking about his intention. We're not saying the community will agree to his behavior.
Okay, got it.
We are talking about his intention. I've never said the behavior is positive. Behavior can be pathetic.
Maybe his intention was to save himself from the dog before the dog hits him or
We are not
bites
talking
him.
about dog. We're not talking about a terrorist now. Right? We are saying the terrorist behavior of bombing or killing people, does it have a positive intention?
Twinkle here.
Yeah, and not just from his perspective, Abhishek. I'm saying universally his intention is positive.
Maybe trying to reduce the population.
No. Think. What is his intention? What is a terrorist's intention? It is
Yeah,
either to
he's
serve the cause of his community.
he want to meet his khuda or for doing for his
Okay, maybe,
god. Okay,
yeah, maybe
maybe
he wants to go
the
close.
intention
He's to go
for
close to the God,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So
Now
the
his
intention of
intention is to
his
go close to the God.
yeah.
That could be intention, or intention is to serve his community, or save his community, or save his country, or whatever he thinks. That is the intention. I'm not saying his behavior is positive. I am saying the intention is positive.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And I'm saying every behavior. You take any behavior.
A terrorist may have, but like murderer will
Okay,
not
let's
have,
take a
no?
murderer. Let's take a murderer. Okay.
Because his intention is greed. What else?
Okay. What is he greed about? Let's say money.
Yeah, money.
Money. He wants more money. He wants to get money
Mm,
for his self and his family.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you earn money for yourself and your family?
Yeah.
Right. So is that a bad intention? So the intention is to be prosperous. Don't you wish people prosperity? So his intention is also to get prosperous. Just that his behavior is not okay. I'm not saying behavior is okay. I'm saying his intention is okay. His intention is to have more money, is to have comfort, riches, luxury in his life.
No intention for himself, but his intention for the other people is
No. There is no intention for other people. His intention is to have a good life. Is there anything wrong in that? First, tell me that.
no.
Universally, for you also to have good life is a good intention.
Yeah.
So the intention that I want to have a good life with enough money in my hand, is
Yeah,
that
that's a
good, is that
positive.
a good intention or a positive intention universally for anybody? Now his
Yes,
action, his action may not be okay. I am not saying his action is good. His way of getting that money is not okay. I am with you, but is his intention okay or not?
so in comparison, a terrorist would be better.
No. It's not a question of
Terrorist would
comparison.
be better.
Wait, Gunjan. It's not a question of comparison. It's a question of terrorist also has an intention uh, to serve his own community.
Yeah, no, agreed. They have a
The
positive.
the
Yeah, I
murderer
agree.
also. So the point is that they have a positive intention, right? Deepti is saying, what about being late to office? So yeah, what is your intention? Maybe you wanted to spend more time at home. Maybe you wanted to have a little meal. Uh, maybe you want to sleep more. Uh, okay. Priyal is saying, what about a rapist? Why would a rapist do a rape? You have to tell me. What could be his intention?
Pleasure.
Maybe pleasure. Is there anything wrong in wanting to have pleasure? So you realize the intention is not wrong. All of us want pleasure. The way he or she is getting or fulfilling their intention could be totally, completely wrong, could be uh, horriblest, right?
Hmm.
But the
Hmm.
intention is positive. We are not trying to say his actions or anybody's actions. You have to separate the two out. Take out two things, right? Separate the intention and separate the behavior. We are not commenting on behavior. We are saying that's exactly what we were saying in the previous slide, that we are not, one option is to look at the behavior window. If you look at the behavior of a rapist, obviously we will loathe that. But we are saying, can we look at the intention? And when we look at the intention, we realize that every behavior has a positive intention. Sorry, somebody wanted to share something or ask. So please talk. If you're still thinking, that's okay. We've just introduced you to a concept. If it's all going grrr in your mind, what is this guy up to? That's okay. But you can share. You can come on mic and talk.
It's probably like we did that, seeing things from the other person's point of view.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, so just hang on with me. Even if you kind of not really agree with me, don't agree with me. It's good not to agree with me, or agree with anybody for that matter. But just hold the thought with you. Is that okay? Just hold this thought that yes, maybe every behavior has a positive. At least start with that. Maybe. So then that way you're holding the thought. You're not agreeing to it. You're not disagreeing to it. But let's see what happens if we understand. First of all, if we are able to separate the two, if we, what happens when we look at intention? Hmm. Is that okay? Or somebody has a thought? Please share your thought if you're still very unsettled with this statement. I know this statement unsettles a lot of us. It unsettled them. It unsettled me the first time I met it.
Not really.
Anybody?
So in war, both parties have a positive intention.
Yeah.
So in every situation where there is something wrong is also happening or something right is happening, both parties have a good intention.
That's what I'm saying. Every behavior has a positive intention. So let's take an example. Tejas, will you be with me in this example, or
Yeah, yeah,
anybody else? So
fine. Yeah,
let's take an example. So let's assume that Tejas is a student in our classroom. Okay, and
hmm,
um, let's say Tejas has been caught cheating
hmm.
before. Also, today also we caught him cheating in the examination.
Exam paper.
Tejas, you used to cheat?
No,
No, अरे यार.
but yeah, in
Okay, I
later
used to
on
do that.
college time, yeah,
अरे I used
college
to
time
do
I
that
was
यार.
cheating.
ये सीधे लोग कहाँ से आ गए? Okay, anyway.
Okay.
So let's
Yeah.
assume Tejas is a child in our classroom and we have just caught him cheating. And yes, we have caught him before also. And today is maybe third, fourth, fifth, whatever time we have caught him cheating. Okay, now I'm asking everybody else, what do you say and do to Tejas? We have just caught him cheating. So please say something or tell us what you will do to Tejas. Tejas, right now you don't say anything. You have been caught cheating.
Hmm.
So you are
Okay.
like a little sheep.
Hmm.
If you are the teacher or the invigilator or whatever you want to make your role as, what wrinkle, if you are the invigilator or the teacher in the classroom, would you say good, keep it up? No.
Yes, because I don't think by doing cheating he doesn't understand
Okay,
the
so in a classroom of students, this child has been caught cheating, and you're going to the child and saying, "Good, keep it up." That means you're telling all the other children to also cheat. Is that what you want to do? I'm not
yeah.
so sure. Not so sure. Think about it. You are in the room. Take your role little seriously. You are in a room full of students who are all giving the examination. This one Tejas you caught cheating. What would you do? And not the first time. Yeah, this is not like the first warning.
I will,
Yeah, if you still maintain that, you will say good, keep it up. That's interesting.
because I was doing that, so that's why
No, no, you were doing that. That is fair enough. But now, today, you are the invigilator or the class teacher or whatever role you want to take up. Let's say you are the class teacher, and yeah, you have caught him with some chits or something. And as I said, this is not the first time. This may be the third or fourth time. So, what would you do?
I will call him sideway and I will tell him this is not the way to give the exam. I will tell your mother and father.
Okay.
Call him because this is not first time you
Mm,
have. I have warned you before also.
mm.
Don't do it. Don't do it, please.
No, no.
Wait, Tejas, you're not yet,
Hmm.
speaking.
Yep.
You're listening. Okay.
So I will.
And I want Tejas you to use the chat window and type how are you feeling when people are giving you these responses.
This time I will call your mother and father and I will tell what you have done and I will tell everything
Hmm.
to them.
Tejas, right. What are you feeling in the chat window?
And I will take him to the principal.
You'll take
Come.
it to the principal. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a very normal thing. Okay. Uh, so he's feeling fearful, shameful. Okay. Ranjini is saying take the chits from him or change his place. Is that all, Ranjini? He has been doing it 3-4 times before. Is that all you will do? Okay.
Not allowed him to give the exam.
Hmm. Okay. Others, what would you do? Meaning you may do similar as Wrinkle or you may do something different. But don't think you think you are the invigilator or the class teacher. Don't think you are just somebody. No, you are important there. Gunjan is saying do nothing. Okay, interesting. And why would you do nothing? Okay, so Ranjani, if he cheats again in the next examination, then what would you do? Okay, Gunjan is saying he has a good intention, so you let him do what he's doing. So you let murderers murder and rapists rape and whatever killers kill and teenagers bully and cheaters cheat.
I would talk to the child
Mm-hmm.
and try to get more information. What is it making him repeatedly do the same
Okay, talk to me.
action?
I'm the child. Okay, or talk to Tejas. Actually, right now we have Tejas, so you can go ahead talk to him.
Yeah,
Yes.
Tejas, you're copying again.
Yeah, actually, I was copying. You're
Tejas,
right.
You
you
know
also
what
keep
happened
just
last
one moment.
time?
Keep typing in chat window whatever you're feeling as the interaction goes on. Okay, this is just a brief to you. Yeah,
Hmm.
thanks. Sorry, Ranjani. You can start again.
You know what happened last time?
Yes, I know, but actually, I don't know this paper. It was too tough for me.
Okay. Can I know why you're doing this again and again?
I'm not getting into it, some of the subject in the classroom. That's why I, lost the thing, and or otherwise, I would say if I fail, my mom, dad will
So is it difficult
shout
for
on
you
me.
to understand? Is
Ranjani,
it
give
difficult
him
for
little
you to
time to
understand?
type his feelings also.
Does your parents know that you're finding this subject difficult for you to understand?
I told them so many times, but
Okay, they're not understanding.
no, you tell them.
You need my help to talk to your parents.
That would be great.
So
But
if
it's
we
not
find the
about
solution,
only.
will you stop doing this?
Yeah, anyways, I don't want to do it cheating, but sometime my mom, dad will. Yes, I will leave cheating.
That's great. When shall we talk to your
Okay,
parents?
pause. Okay, okay. Um,
Can I come to the feeling part?
mm-hmm.
So it was totally different. Like first with wrinkle or the teacher was that feelings, and this feeling was like I was not fearful talking to them. I was at the first moment I was not fearful, but the moment she took my side and she was interested in me,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I felt a little relaxed that
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I think Priya has also typed in. See what? How does that make you feel? So she's saying, suppose she says, "Hey, you want to get more marks? Uh, what would be
Yes.
other ways to get more marks?" But okay, before she's saying what would be other ways, she's saying you want to get more marks.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay, and you find this difficult,
Yeah, it is totally difficult.
and you are scared of your parents.
I'm actually scared of my parents also. If I fail, then
Mm.
they will
They will
scold me up.
they will scold you. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
And they will cut off my playtime and they will
Hmm.
do lot of that things.
Hmm. Okay, okay. So what could be other ways of not disappointing your parents and still being able to understand and get good marks?
Mm,
And you don't have to tell me now.
okay,
You can
let
tell
me
me later.
think and come
Yeah,
back to you.
absolutely. You can think
Yeah.
anything.
Okay. So is there any other way also?
Well, you can
Wow,
think
I'll
and come back. You can think and
yeah,
come
I will.
back. If there's
Yeah.
other ways, if you want more marks, you can think of other
Can
ways.
you help me in that also?
Sure, we can, but you first think. We will come back. We will meet again.
Okay. Ratnesh, I come on to again feeling. This is totally connecting me.
Yeah,
I feel connected.
absolutely.
I felt
So look at,
sheltered,
yeah. So look at this
Some of
slide.
the,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God.
So when we operate out of behavior window, we see dissimilarity, right? The other person is not the same as me. I don't approve of cheating. The other person is cheating. The other person is bullying. I don't approve of bullying. There is also a situation of disconnection. When we look at behavior, we are reactive, we are blaming, we are thinking about the problem. We are hence lecturing and preaching. But when we look through the intention windows, we see an intention similar on the other side. The other person also wants to have what I also like having. The other person wants to have good marks. The other person wants to have, in the bullying situation, what do the teenagers want to have? What do they want to have?
They want to have fun.
They want to have fun. Maybe. So, do I also like having fun? So, there is similarity. I also like having fun. They also want to have fun. And when I connect with the intention window, then I'm actually connecting because we are at the same level. And most importantly, I can understand the other person's behavior. Not because the behavior is good or bad, but because I'm not looking at the behavior, because I'm looking at the intention. And intentions are easy to accept because they are positive. And then we can invite the other person to look for solutions. Not that the solutions will come immediately, not that the child will get reformed immediately. Remember, we are all hanging, but the invitation is there. Then we can explore together. Then we can say, okay, you can come back to me as to what else can you do. But there's no hurry also to say, okay, so, uh, to set the child right, so you will stop cheating. So in some ways, Ranjini, there's no hurry to reach there. Because then I'm again, if you are saying, okay, so you will stop cheating, that means I'm operating from behavior window. You know what I mean, Ranjini? If I'm so excited about him not cheating, right? So Ranjini is outing. How do you initiate in the bullying? We'll come to that. But are you with me? So there's no hurry. It's not something. It's not the behavior we are on to. We're not even looking through that window. We're looking through an intention window. We are making a connection, like how you were trying to make a connection, and we are staying with that. And then we can, if we are in the empowering mode or in the follower leader mode, then we can allow the child now to lead himself from his intention. What else can you do? How else can you have, let's say, good marks, or take care of your parents' concerns, or whatever else? How else can you understand this subject? Whatever his intention was. Right? Okay, so I'll put Ranjini only on the spot. So Ranjini, uh, what do you think the teenagers are? What is their intention?
To have fun.
Okay, so what can you say to them?
I actually am clueless.
No, say that, acknowledge their intention, try that. It isn't so difficult. Somebody actually did that. I think Deepthi already said that. But anyway, you say that. Say that.
That's very difficult because I connected to a situation.
Now,
Uh,
you are now choosing to connect to the intention, not to the behavior. You are choosing a different window. There are two windows in front of you now. Earlier, there was only one window. Which window was that? The bullying window. Now there are two windows. There's one window on your right, which is the bullying window. There is one window on the left, which is the want to have fun window. Now, which window one you want to look through?
okay, I'll try.
No,
Hey,
don't try.
what's
Don't try. Do it. Say I'm
okay?
choosing. First, start by
Hey,
saying.
what's happening
Now,
here?
wait. Say that I'm choosing the intention window.
Okay, I'm choosing the intention
Yeah,
window.
I'm kind of pushing you just to try it out. Not that I'm prescribing anything. Okay. Say I'm
I
choosing.
got it.
Okay. Now, what do you see? Now, what do you see? Through the intention window, what do you see?
I'm not able to connect to any of these words if even if I see through the intention window.
That means you're not seeing through the intention window. You
I'm
are
not
saying,
able to connect to similar.
okay,
Connecting this,
I will help you out. Right?
yeah.
We call it the acceptance triangle. Okay.
Hmm.
The acceptance triangles, first of all, says that I'm going to look through intentions. That intentions are positive. Okay, because they are
Okay.
positive and because they help me connect, understand, accept, I'm going to use that window. Okay.
Hmm.
And the second thing is to help you start with any one of these three. Either start with I agree, or start with I respect, or start with I appreciate. And remember, you cannot use any of these three for the behavior because you can't agree with the behavior, you don't respect the behavior, you don't appreciate the behavior. Am I right?
Yeah.
Right? But you can agree or respect or or
Maybe.
appreciate only the intentions.
Yeah.
Right? So start with
Yeah.
one of these and say the intention, and then when you reach the full stop, stop.
Okay. Okay.
Try.
I agree. It is lot fun. Uh, bullying that
No, no, no,
6-year-old
no. Don't
boy.
bring bullying. Don't bring the behavior. Just I.
Okay, I agreed. I agree that it's a lot of fun, doing this with the whatever. I don't know. It's the behavior
No, no.
that
You
I'm
are
getting.
again talking about the behavior. Don't talk about the behavior. Just say. If you want to say I agree, then say I agree. You are having fun, man.
Fun. Yeah, I
That's
agree.
it.
You're having fun.
Full stop.
Hmm.
Stop.
Hmm.
That's it.
Okay. Then wait.
Yeah. Or maybe just walk off. In any case, you are a stranger.
Hmm.
What have you done by saying I agree you are having fun, or I appreciate you guys are having a good time? What have you done?
You've put them into a thought process.
Yeah.
Or
I think
maybe
Deepti was saying the
pause.
same thing. I want them to think. I think Deepti had said that, and I would say you guys are having fun or something like that. She said. I'm not remembering her words, but some to that extent. Exactly. How will they change their behavior from your thought process or their thought process?
Their thought process.
Is that an invitation to think, to
Yes.
relook at their own behavior? Who in
Yeah.
this world can change their behavior?
Themselves.
Absolutely. Right? There is no way we can change their behavior. Nobody is. The invitation can only come when we make a connection, when we actually show acceptance, not of their behavior, but of themselves, of their intentions. So we can decide what we want to work with. We want to work with intentions, or we want to work with behavior.
Behavior.
In the examination cheating case, because you knew the child, you can take few steps forward and say, how else can you do this once you have made the connection well? Either you can do it then, or you can do it in the evening or next day or after. Call that child
Yeah.
and say, "Mhm, I agree, you want to get good marks, I appreciate you are trying hard and you want to take care of your parents expectations also. Now tell me,
Yeah.
how else can you do it?" Right? I'm
Yeah.
not going to leave them. No, 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 no. I'm not okay with leaving them. You remember
Hmm.
the Amir Khan video? He said, I will not leave you. That's the end of that clip. If you remember that clip where he's talking to his professor, he says, I will not leave. In Hindi he says, kamjor students ka hath. In the sense, I will not leave the hand of the weak students. In the same way, I'm not going to leave them just because I am I think I also did it, or I'm feeling okay, his intentions are okay. No, 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 no. But I am not going to disconnect with them. I'm not going to overpower them. Rather, I'm going to invite them to think, to look at themselves, to make themselves aware. And I can only do that first when I'm at equality with them, at par with them. Not when I am holier than thou. I can be at par with them only when I can completely accept them. And I can only completely accept them when I look at them through their intentions window.
Hmm. Yeah. because that bullying situation immediately there was this situation where this child used to keep
Yeah, yeah. Wait. I'm not jumping onto more situations. They're enough in our hands right now. Yeah, I want people to little think and come up. You can take up any. See, even in the tap situation, why did we want people to be calm to us? Because we don't have a bad intention, dear. I didn't really want to leave it open. I don't like wasting water too. I left it open. I don't have a bad intention. Don't kill me, please. Please. Don't kill me. I don't have a bad intention. I know I left the tap open. Please close it now or gently remind me now. Be calm with me now. Are you getting me? We are also operating from the same thing. We do. How many times have you told somebody, but I didn't intend it that way, or that was not my intention. Please don't feel that way. I didn't intend it. So we are all operating out of our positive intentions as much as anybody else is operating from their positive intentions.
this is very difficult to practice. You need
Not
to
at all.
be
Not at all. Not at all. If you say it's difficult, you're again getting caught up in this beliefs about difficult, easy. It's not about difficult, easy. It's a choice, dear. It's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. See which window you want. It's a choice. When you look
constant
at,
reminder. You have to remind yourself before
Hmm?
you take action.
Even if you take action, the flight has flown away, go on to the train, go back to the person, say, I know what was your intention. Yesterday I shouted at you when you were cheating, but I know your intention is to get good marks. Now let's work with that. You have only missed a flight. You can still reach and connect with that other person. We don't have to be perfect at that moment.
Wow.
We can have, but we have to be aware that we have two windows. Please choose your window. Whenever you can choose the window, you still have a choice. Choices are not difficult or easy. The belief is that, okay, something is easy, something is difficult. Yes, I am totally with Shilpa. We have to give up this image of we are a parent, we are an adult, we are wiser, we are smarter, we are maturer, we are whatever. We give up those images, we are at par with them. We are as full of holes as they are. We are as much inging as they are.
Yeah.
Nobody's more inging and less inging. We are all verbs. We are all just going on. We are also falling every day. We are also getting up every day, as much as every child is. Once you come to that perspective, then it's a matter of choice. Now, let us say you've chosen a behavior window and shouted at that moment. No problem. Go back to that child or that person. So just because I have got angry at that moment, I don't need to berate myself. I don't need to kill myself. In fact, I can be kind to myself. I can say, okay, I was angry at that moment. Now I am not angry. Now let me go and see him or her through my intention window. Rather, sorry, through her intention window. And then I can connect with her the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year, the next decade. I can call up a 10-year-old friend and connect now with the intention window if I have lost a friend on a fight, on a conflict, or anything. So it isn't about a day or a week or a month. It's about, do we value that connection? If yes, then we can go back. The intention window is always available. What the intention window does is very clearly offers us a way to understand somebody, a way to accept somebody. I mean, a lot of people talk about, okay, we need to accept people. But I say, yeah, but how? How do I accept somebody when that somebody is doing this buddy to me? And that's where the intention window comes in. The moment I see that person through the intention window, I can accept him or her. I can understand him or her. I can connect with him or her. So these words are no more just words. Otherwise, these are These are also catchphrases, Arey, let us accept children. Arey, let us understand children. Arey, Baba, but how? How do I accept him when he's doing this? How do I understand her when she's doing this? This is how you can understand. This is how you can accept her. The choice is ours. Which window we want. What do you say? Okay. So I would let somebody else close the session today. Somebody share something. Not just that it is good, bad. No, 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 no. No, not that. A thought. Something. Whatever you are thinking.
Hi, Ratnesh, Deepti here. Sorry, I was mute for
No problem.
session. Yeah, so I would like to share some thoughts.
Sure.
Still keep the window open if someone else also wants to close the.
No, 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 no. You close it. You share the thoughts. Say good night, and we will go to bed.
Yeah. So, more than any thoughts, I would say, like we all feel like this should be the ideal way of dealing with children or dealing with ourselves, how to motivate ourselves, how to empower ourselves. But definitely, when we discuss here in the Jagriti platform, we actually get to know how we actually get to brainstorm ourselves,
Hmm.
which really gives us a way to go through all these situations in a real time scenario rather than just having them in a ideal scenario and leaving them to the ideal scenario, which never happens. So this gives us the strength to deal the situations in a real time scenario, and it is not about only the child, it is about ourselves also. So with that, I would like to close the session, and I will say I respect and I accept and uh, I forgot the other word. That everybody has such a great intention of joining this session. And thanks, Ratnesh, for your intention of having these sessions with us.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.